Hi, I'm Susan Tatsui Darcy, and I'm the 2019 California Mother of the Year. And today we're going to be talking about setting up a go bag for your family. I've got these packets. It's called the Micro Community Disaster Plan and Information Forms, and these are all available on our AmericanMothersCalifornia.com/disaster page. You'll be able to get all the forms here so that you can go ahead and get started. So today we're going to just go straight to the go bags. And on this page, page 2 of the disaster plan, it lists the vehicle go bag and your house go bag. And right now we're going to discuss your house go bag. For the house go bag, this is something where you keep a list of all the things that you want to take. These are things that you can't pack away because they'll include your meds, your framed pictures and photo albums, things that you want to display in your house. But in the case of an emergency, you want to be able to grab it quickly. And typically, if you're evacuating, you're not going to be thinking straight. So you really need to have a little reminder. So what I did was I created this list here, and it says house. And in the house, you put your precious jewelry. You've got your cash, medications and medical equipment, any kind of important documentation like mortgages, life insurance, homeowner's insurance, things that you don't have online. So if you already have it online, don't bother taking it. But if you've got paperwork that you need and it's just something that's really important for you to grab, because if a fire takes your house, you're not going to have access to it ever again, put that on the list. If you have computer drives or laptops that have information that's not backed up somewhere, photo albums, videotapes, framed pictures, artwork, or anything else that's precious to you, you want to write that on a list. And what I did was I created a list. I just printed it out so that way I can actually staple it. I'm going to do this right here. So I went and got a bag that's pretty heavy duty. It's got some pockets in it. So on the back of the bag, I'm going to staple this evacuation go bag list. So you can see this here. I'm just going to actually do this right here so you can see how easy it is to do this. I'm going to staple it right here. And that way, you can hang this on your front door. And as you hang it on your front door, when you know there's an emergency and you've got to evacuate, you can grab it, you can look at it and say, oh yeah, I got to go grab all these different things. And these are the things that you use every day, or precious things that you don't want to store away ahead of time. I also found that if you want to leave a list for somebody so they can take the right things and not take things that are not important for you to take, what I did was I actually created a photo sheet. So I went around the house and I took pictures of the jewelry, the photo albums, and all the things that I wanted a person to take, like my family members, so that they in an emergency wouldn't have to think about what was important. They wouldn't be making any judgment calls. They would have everything here. And I took a picture, and then if you can see closely, I actually put a circle around it and said, grab this. You know, don't grab everything, just grab this one thing. So I included things like PCs and backup drives, scrapbooks and trays, files and desks that have important paperwork and bills and things like that, video backups, things like hearing aids and CPAP machines that you might have, things that are important that somebody else might not know you need, mouthpieces that you might have, jewelry that you use every day, jewelry, and even cash. So you can put where that is. And then you can staple this on the other side of your bag. So what I did was I went like this, and I'm going to staple this on so you can see exactly how it's done. And there you go. Now that we've completed your house go bag, the one that has your list of all the things that are important to you and the photographs, you want to just hang this on a door, like maybe your back door, laundry room door, even your front door if you think that's it's an appropriate place for it, but just somewhere where everybody knows where it is and they're not going to have to go search for it. We're going to do the vehicle bag now, and what I did was I found in my closet, I found this giant backpack that we used in school at one time for the kids, and they haven't used it in 20 years, but it's got a lot of pockets, and it's huge, and it's got what do you call it, straps so you can carry it. It's also got straps so you can put it on your back and carry it, but you can also just hold it and carry it. So I grabbed this. I wouldn't buy anything. You could even use a box, so I don't want this to stop you from starting your go bag for your car. In your vehicle go bag, you can get a list here on our little form that'll give you a list of things, the basic things that you need to have in your car. So it lists here that you should have cash. So the first thing I did was I grabbed a couple $100 in cash, and you want to use small bills. I got $20 bills. I sealed the envelope so I would know if anybody messed with it. I guess they would just take it, but here it is. And then I just stick it inside one of the pouches. So that way I know I've got cash for the go bag. The next thing is the first aid kit. So I'm going to walk you around the house to show you how easy it is to collect these things. You probably have everything you need in your house right now. So we're just going to go around and grab things around the house. And then when we're done, we're going to look at our list and look at the things that you need to get. You can go to flea markets, you can go to garage sales, and you can get things really inexpensively there. You can also go online and just order things and have it delivered the next day. But I'll show you how we can organize that to make sure that you get your go bag complete and in your car within 30 days. To put together your medicine kit, things that you would like to have in case you get hurt or somebody's not feeling well, what I did was I went and grabbed an old makeup bag, the one I don't use anymore, or actually one of my kids don't use anymore, and I just grabbed it. So what I did was I went through my own medicine cabinet. This is our medicine cabinet here. And what I did was I picked the things that I think would be important to have in a go bag. We happen to have honeybees, so we have an EpiPen kit, so I stick this in here. We've got bandages that I use for CPR class, so I figured that'd be a great thing to have in here. I had a bunch of those. Of course, Band-Aids and Neosporin in case somebody gets cut, so I stuck that in here. And Arnica in case you hurt yourself. And then I also put Tylenol and Tums and Pepto-Bismol and dry eye relief, because that's what I use. Also a thermometer, one of those icy hots, and Benadryl. So for my family and for my friends, I figured this would be a nice little first aid kit, so that way I can just zip this up and stick this in the go bag that I showed you earlier. With your medicine kit, you can stick it in your go bag. So I just simply found this, and we're going to walk around my house and collect all the things we need to fill our go bag and stick it in my trunk. Okay, we've got the go bag, and wanted to show you the best place to put a go bag is on the door when somebody be leaving. So just stick it on the back door. This is my bedroom door, so I just leave it here, and that way, should I ever need to take my stuff, I can just grab this and find all the contents right there. And let's come over here. I'm going to show you the bathroom stuff. So things that you need to put in your toiletry bag. And for this, what I did was I got an old toiletry bag, and I went around the house and I found shampoo. Shampoo and conditioner and saline solution that I need. So I got a lot of that. And I also found a couple extra contact lens containers, packages. So I'm going to stick that in here also. And things like hair clips, just anything that you think you need for 3 days. I got Q-tips and cotton balls, and an old pair of glasses, the glasses that I don't wear anymore, but I just figured if I ever desperately needed glasses and I needed to be able to see, I'd have my old glasses, and a toothbrush, and toothpaste, and floss. So I stick all of this in my toiletry bag, and a brush, and then I just close it all up, and I stick this into the go bag that I'm going to stick in my car. So let's walk over and I'll show you where that goes. So I'm going to stick it in here. I've got the go bag for the car right here, and it's gigantic. And there we go. So I'm going to stick this right here. So now my go bag is getting more full. And if you look at your list, you should have 3 days worth of clothes in this go bag. So over here I just went through my drawers and I got a bunch of things that I thought I would need. It was kind of hard to pick because I wanted to have things that I wouldn't mind being seen in, but then again I don't want to put it in a go bag and then find out that I couldn't find it. Like I just looked through it right now as I pulled this out for you and realized that I want these pants. I don't know why these are in this bag. So anyhow, so here are 3 pairs of pants. And what I did was I got a great big trash bag, plastic trash bag. And what I did is what I'm going to do is put all my pants in here, and I've got 3 blouses. Again, I found a blouse that I really like, but it's okay because if I ever need it, it'll be there. It'll be a nice blouse, and I got some pajamas, and all my socks and underwear and all that good stuff in here. And I got a sweatshirt that's really comfy to wear. So I got a sweatshirt, and I got a jacket, a nice thick warm jacket that I'm sticking in here. And to protect it from getting moldy or mildewy, I close it up like this, and I take all the air out of it because it's got to get squished into this bag. I use this orange tab, these orange handles to tie a knot. But I actually don't tie a knot, I tie a bow. So I got this. And then I get a pair of shoes, like tennis shoes, good walking, sturdy shoes, and I stick that in a plastic bag so it doesn't get everything else dirty. And again, I tie a knot that I can actually easily pull out, and then I just get a towel, just an old beat up towel, and get here on the bed. And for the go bag, as you start adding things you want to walk around the house, you kind of have to readjust it. So I stick it close at the very bottom because it takes the most room. And then I put in the medicine bag. I don't know if you can see this. Here's the medicine bag goes in here. And then my toiletry bag. That is everything I could possibly need. I don't put my makeup in there because I keep that here in the house because I use it every day. And that is part of the go bag that's on the door. And then the shoes. Let's stick this in here, and the towel. So then we just zip this up, and then we're going to go up to the kitchen to add food to this bag. So I'm just going to close this up well enough so I can carry it up there because we're going to have to open it up again to put the cans of food. I just want you to see how easy it is to create a go bag based on what you already have in the house. You don't need to go out and buy most of the things, and at the end of today, we'll figure out what we will need to purchase. We're in my garage now, and we're looking at the go bag for the vehicle, and it says here that I need to get tools: wrench, screwdriver, saw, hammer, can opener, phone charger, that type of thing, all the tools. So what I did was I got an umbrella, so I'm going to stick the umbrella in here. And here's some zip ties, which are also really nice and light and easy to carry. I got a screwdriver and a Phillips head and pliers and a flashlight. That's battery is inside. I reverse the battery so that it doesn't actually go on by accident. We also have cool battery flashlights like that. I've got a USB device, and a little knife, and a whistle, and this is pepper spray. So I just put all this in here, and this is a really cool device. It looks like a credit card, but it actually has little screwdrivers and knives, and it's a really cool little device that I keep in here also. It's nice and light. Also a mask. And these are wipes and string and duct tape. And let's stick this over here. And this is kind of cool. This is a handheld fuel cell power supply. So these are hydrogen cartridges that will power up my phone charger and my batteries. And I'm going to stick this over here. So I was able to grab everything out of my garage, just things I didn't have to buy anything, just got extra things and stuck this in here. If I didn't have it, you can actually get things like this at the flea market for nickels and add that to your go bag. And I'll meet you up in the kitchen next. Okay, we are now in my kitchen, and we're going to get food for 3 days. It's all the food that you would need to survive for 3 days. And just go into your pantry. You don't need to go to the store because you probably have everything you need. So if you look here, I've got some salmon and some baked beans. Stick this here, and I'm gonna get some oysters and some chicken and albacore tuna. It's for protein. And here's some eggplant with tomatoes and some artichokes. And let's see, here's some water. And some seaweed, because everybody needs seaweed. And Mary's crackers. Let's see if there's anything else in here. So just look in your pantry, see if there's anything else that you'd want to grab. Oh, here's some tea bags. So here's some green tea. So I've got some tea bags. And I think that's good for that. And then I'm going to need utensils. So I'm going to grab a couple forks out of my fork drawer. Forks that I don't usually use. And a can opener to open up all the cans. And I've got some water bottles that have a filtration system in it, so if I'm in a place that doesn't have clean water, I can actually filter the water myself. So I've got that. And I've got a couple extra bags just in case they don't all fit. And then I actually have this, which is kind of cool. You can buy this online, and it's called Survival Kit. And it's got water in these Mylar packages or aluminum packages. So you can have lightweight water, so in case you don't have the opportunity to carry 3 gallons of water with you everywhere you go, it's got this, and it's also got this food rations. So it doesn't taste great, but it'll keep you alive. And they also have flashlights and all kinds of cool things in here also. And they even gave you a whistle. And need help, so just different signs that you might need. But these are all really cool, and I'd stick these in the bag also. So now we want to put all this in the go bag, which is a little challenging, and it's also very heavy. So what I do is I stick the containers in the go bag like this. And it gets filled really quickly, so here's the seed. Let's stick it in there so it doesn't get wrecked. One of the crackers. And the oysters. And all the cans. That's a lot of weight. You want to be able to have it hold everything you need. This eggplant and some chicken, and also some matches. And the matches I'm going to stick here, and then the forks and the utensils I'm going to stick on the side over here. And I'm going to squeeze this, close this bag up, and squeeze this inside here. And what doesn't fit, I can actually stick into a plastic, into this this container here. And if you have a pet, you also want to be able to hold all of your supplies for your dog or cats with you in the same go bag. So in 1 second, I'm going to bring that out. I've got 2 dogs, so I want to be sure that I have enough food and water for them also. So I've got a bag for this, and what I did was I found 2 old dog bowls that they use when they're puppies, and they're so small, but for emergency it's just fine. So I'm sticking this in here. I've got some dog food like this, and also got some treats. So there's treats go in here, and I've got some dry dog foods in the car, and these are their leashes and some ropes, so that if we're walking, I can keep them tied to us, and so they won't run off. I stick this in here. So this is now my go bag for the dogs. So I've got the go bag for the dogs, I've got the extra food, and here's my big pack that has everything in there. So what I want to do now is go through my go bag for vehicles. So first aid kit, check. Food, high protein, energy boosting, non-perishable, check. I've got toothpaste, shampoo, conditioner, glasses, contact lenses, solutions, medications, all that stuff, check. I've got water, I've got them in the car, but you also saw the water in these little packets here. And I've got the tools, you saw the tools I put in there. I've got a battery powered radio and flashlight, and all my clothes, long pants, sweatshirts, sturdy shoes, and a sleeping bag and pillow, which I've got in the car, and you'll see that in a minute, and the pet stuff. So I've got everything I need for 3 days for my whole family, and it's going to go in my car. So I'll see you at the car. Okay, we're out of the car. We finished the go bag for the vehicle. And if you take a peek here, you can see I've got a great big sleeping bag here. You can probably get one that was up a little bit smaller, but I have a cloth and a cotton sleeping bag there. And here's the go bag that you saw me fill with all the stuff from the house. And here is the dog food container, and then this is the water bag of the food, and I put an extra gallon of water in there for me, along with the other water, and that's going to be perfectly fine. So we're all set. And I'll meet you up in the office, and we're going to talk about how to get this, how to organize this and get this all done for you. Now that we've got our go bags for our house and for our vehicles, let's get organized. The best way to make sure that your go bags actually get created at home is to put it on your calendar. So let's look at GCal. I find that using GCal is a great way to plan ahead. So today what I'd like to do is figure out how to schedule these tasks so they're doable and it's not this overwhelming amount of work that you need to do. We just take it into bite-sized pieces, and in 4 weekends we can have it completely done, and you'll never have to worry about your go bag again. Well, not until next year when you want to refresh all your food. So what I like to do is go to the weekend, and for me Saturdays at 10 o'clock is a great time to get started on things. It's not too early and not too late, and I'm going to block that off and say that go bag, oops, go bag, and this is going to be for the house. You're making the list, and then you're going to staple it to a cloth bag. And that's all you're going to do. It should take about an hour, and go ahead and create the calendar. So I'm going to create it here for this calendar and save. And there you go. So that's the first thing. So that's Saturday for 1 hour. It's the next Saturday, go ahead and book it for the next Saturday, and then go to the following week. And on the following week, let's start working on the go bag for your car. And that actually requires that you collect things. So let's go ahead and do the same thing, maybe at 10 o'clock or whatever time works for you, 10 o'clock on Saturday. We're going to get the go bag. And this is now for your car or your vehicle. I'll just put vehicle because you might have a truck. Vehicle, and for this day we're going to go ahead and set up clothes. So all you're going to do is get clothes and toiletries. And you're going to place that in your go bag. And there we go. So we've got that. And then the following week we can plan out the next thing, so you can see where I'm going with this. So each week we're going to do something different. So now that we're going to put food, go bag, and you're going to collect the food, utensils, let's just do that. Food and utensils, that's plenty. So just go through your pantry and grab a couple extra forks and plates and cups and stick that in your go bag. And then the following week we'll do the same thing, 10 to 11, and we're going to put go bag, and now we're going to put in your first aid kit. And that way every week it's doable. You're not going to have a lot of things. You're not going to be stressed out. You'll know there's just one thing that you can do, and if you don't want to do it at that time, you can just move it to another time. And to not take too much time, you just know that each week you'll add another thing. So you might add tools for the next one, and sleeping bag, and pet plans for every Saturday. And in 4 or 5 weeks you're going to have it completely done. And then what I'd like to do is talk with you about how to order things. Here is the list, and you can look at the whole list and check off as you go, and all the things that you don't have, like you went through all of your clothes, and you went through your food pantry, and you went through your first aid kit and your toiletry bags, and you went through your closet to get your tent or your sleeping bag, and then there's something that you might have missed. And for me, you might have noticed that my crank radio wasn't in there, and I didn't have any plates, and I was missing a pillow, if you notice that from my go bags. So what we do at this case, and this is the very last day after you're done with your whole both your go bags for your house and for your vehicle, then you go on the last date, and I'm just going to show you here, and we're going to write down go bag, order online, and then you list them. So I'm going to write crank radio, I'm gonna write, let's see, what else was it? Plates and pillow. And set that up for the disaster plan, and voila. After all the weeks, 4 or 5 weeks to collect all your things, really easy to do. The last week you order everything online, and as soon as you get it from Amazon or wherever you order it from, just go stick it in your car, in the trunk, and you're all set to go. And what I would also do is, at this point, let's go to the next week, write down at 10 o'clock and write go bag, restock. Oops. Yikes. Restock. And this is going to be here. Put it for disaster. I'm going to hit more options. And I'm going to go over here to does not repeat. It does repeat, and it repeats annually on the 31st of August. So I'm going to click on that and hit save. And that means that every year for the rest of for eternity, every August 31st, it's going to remind me to go into my go bag and just check to make sure that there isn't anything that leaked. My clothes might have gotten mildewy. You can replace, you can even wash all your clothes. You can replace the food, because most of the food will probably expire within a year or two, so you can just replace the food, and definitely refresh your water, get new water. And that way every year you're all set, and you'll have your go bag, which is good for 3 days in your car or your vehicle, and you're all set to go. And then for your go bag in the house, if you all of a sudden get a really wonderful photograph that that's priceless to you, you can just add that to the list and just go ahead and add that and staple it on the go bag in the house, and you're all set for a whole year.